All right, there we go. All right, so Corey and Darby here from UCSD Rehab Services. I'm a physical therapist. Darby's our rehab aide, so she'll be helping me out today. If you're new to the class, welcome. And then today is going to be pretty straightforward. Nothing that we need too much equipment for, anything like that. We will need a chair mostly for our cool down and stretching today. But for the most part, the rest of it will be in standing. So if you have difficulty standing, please make sure that you have a chair or a wall close by, or your caregiver if someone's there exercising with you, just to make sure you're safe with your balance. Otherwise, we will get started. Let me move this chair. We changed our angle today because of the sun, so we're still looking at the setup. But for our warm-up, we're going to do 5 different exercises, 30 seconds of work, and then we'll do 10 seconds of rest, and we're going to do 3 rounds of that. We'll start, the first one's just going to be marching in place. Our next one, we're going to clasp our hands together. We're going to start kind of at our hip, and you can do a little bit of a weight shift, and then you're going to be reaching up. So kind of like you're swinging a golf club or a bat, something like that. We'll do 15 seconds one direction, and then we'll switch and do 15 seconds the other direction. Our next one is just a standing kind of march, but we're going to bring in our hands and tap to that opposite knee. The next one we will do, we're going to have our hands behind our head to promote good upright posture. We will take a step out to the side, another step, and then do a heel raise. Come down, again, step, together, heel raise. With that one, if that's too difficult to add that heel raise in, you can omit the heel raise and just do the steps. Again, hands up here, trying to promote good upright posture. And then the next exercise, so our 5th exercise in our warm-up, you are going to take another sideways step, squat, hands will come out together, sideways step, squat, hands out together. Okay, so that's just a quick run through of our warm-up. I'm going to get my timer going. And we'll start in 9 seconds. And again, we're going to start with just that nice marching. All right, here we go. So just march. You can relax those arms, get those swinging if you can. Nice and big. And as you feel warmed up, you can go a little bit faster or slower. Keep on going. We're halfway through. All right, and rest. So the next one, clasp those hands together. We'll start on one side. Again, you can kind of squat and weight shift, and then we're pulling it up. Getting good rotation and good upright posture. Halfway through, so we're gonna switch. You can definitely feel if one side feels a little tighter than the other. All right, and rest. Next one is those standing knee taps. So again, a march, trying to touch that opposite hand to your knee. Good work, keep it up. Halfway through. All right, and rest. Next one, the hands behind the head. You'll start with those feet together. We're gonna take a step out, together, up, okay? So out, together, up on the tiptoes. And again, don't push your head forward with your hands back there. Try to use it to keep your chest up. So think about pushing your elbows back behind you. Okay, rest. The next one is, again, that step out, squat. Oh, hands. All right, here we go. Out. There we go. Halfway through, keep it up. All right, and then we're gonna rest. You get to rest for a minute. So grab some water if you need, sit down if you need. A minute of a break, and then we're gonna repeat our series again. We have about 30 more seconds. And then we'll start back with our marching. If you want to start early with your marching and keep it going, you can. If not, we'll count you down. All right, 15 more seconds. Okay, we can start marching again. Again, try to use your arms. Get those swinging. Halfway through already. All right, and rest. And then we're gonna go into our trunk swings, like so. Here we go. Halfway through, so switch. All right, rest. We'll move into our knee taps. All right, here we go. And tap. Halfway through. All right, and rest. Then we're gonna move to our hands behind our head. You step together, again, heel raise, okay? So step together, heel raise. Head up, chest up. Halfway through, keep it up. All right, and rest. Realign. And then the next one is that step out and then together. All right, here we go. Halfway through. All right, take a little bit of a break. So again, we get 1 more minute of a rest and we'll complete our third round. A little dry and windy up here, so Darby and I have to stay hydrated. All right, about halfway through with our rest break. About 15 more seconds, so if you've stepped away, come back. All right, star marching, last round. So try to give it your all with these warm-up exercises. Halfway through. All right, and rest. We'll go into our trunk swings. Here we go. If you can, get your hips in it. Let's switch. All right, and rest. We'll move into our standing knee taps. Okay, here we go. And tap. Halfway through. All right, and rest. Then we're moving into hands behind the head, step together, heel raise. Here we go. Together, heel raise. Good. Head up, chest up. Halfway through already. All right, take a little rest. Our last one is that side step and together. All right, here we go. Last 30-second of our warm-up. Halfway through. All right, very good. Hopefully you all feel warmed up now. Turn off our timer. You can get a break if you need. Get some water. The next portion of our class is going to be all about leg strengthening. Again, have a chair nearby or the wall. I'm going to flip my chair just in case. So the first one we're going to do are some squats. These will be familiar to you if you do class with us often. We are just going to send our hips back. You can reach forward as you're reaching down and then coming up with your arms back to, again, promote good upright posture. If that is too difficult for you, you can hang on to your chair to help with your balance. If that's still too difficult for you, you can actually do a sit to stand where you stay sitting in the chair and just work on standing up from the chair. Okay, so we're gonna do 10. So let's do 10 squats at your own pace. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great job. Our next one is heel raises. So again, hopefully, let me get a little closer. You can see my feet. So you're gonna go up onto your tiptoes and then lower to the ground. So really try to balance while you're up there. If that's too difficult, bring your chair, use that in front of you, or again, the wall. I'm gonna shift over now that we're moving less. Okay, here we go. We're gonna do 10 heel raises. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great job. The next strengthening exercise is going to be a lunge. So a lot of different variations that you can do for this. If this is too challenging, again, a chair nearby will be helpful. You are going to take a forward step, and you can see kind of out to the side, right? So you can still see my other foot, but you're gonna do a lunge. So you're gonna bend those knees a little bit, trying to have head up, chest up as you come up, and then you step back. Forward, down, coming up, and coming back. Now, that transition with the weight shifting might be a little challenging. So the smaller of a step that you take, the easier it's going to be. So I recommend starting a little bit smaller. If that feels easy and you're able to lift your body weight up pretty easily, try taking a bigger step. We're gonna do 10 on one side and then 10 on the other, okay? So again, you step forward, down, up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just a hair. Okay. And then now we're gonna switch with the opposite. So your opposite foot's gonna come forward. We'll do that lunge and come back. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. Okay, the next one we're gonna do is to strengthen your hamstring. So I'm turning sideways so you can see. I want you to work on just bending and trying to get that heel as close to you can to your butt, to your hip. Okay, we'll do 10 on one side and then 10 on the other. You can use the chair for your balance if you need. Here we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, and then we're gonna switch to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. Okay, and then we're gonna repeat that whole sequence of exercises again, okay? So we're gonna start with the squats or the sit-to-stands, whatever you're doing. So we go down and up. 1, make sure you're coming up tall. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. Now we move into our heel raises. So you can keep a little bit of space in between your feet too. They don't have to be directly together. Okay, we're gonna lift up 10 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. Okay, now we gotta go back into our lunges. Probably your guys' favorite. Okay, so we're gonna step forward, down, up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. And then we'll switch and do 10 on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. Okay, and then our last set of these strengthening exercises are our hamstring curls. So you're trying to get your foot up towards your hip. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, and then we're gonna switch to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great job. Okay. We'll pause and then we're going to do a second set of exercises. So these ones are new. The first one, let me move my chair. If you are using a chair for your balance, put it in front of you for this one, but I'm moving it so you can see. So what I want you to do is I want you to step sideways, but we're adding a little bit of a turn, okay? So I'm stepping to my side, but almost like I'm about to turn right. So we'll do 10 that way and then 10 the other way, okay? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, and then we're going to switch and go to the left. Turn. You can see I'm also letting that stepping side bend a little bit. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great job. Okay, the next one we're gonna do is kind of a backward lunge, so the opposite of what we did earlier. So I'll bring my chair back over. I'm gonna show you from this side. So what I want you to do is I want you to take a step back, but I want those legs to bend a little bit, and then you bring it forward. Okay, so I'm stepping it back. My foot is not flat to the ground. My toes are up, and I'm just bending my knees a little bit, coming back up and shifting forward. Okay, let's do 10 on one side, 10 on the other. Again, probably a good idea for your balance if you have that chair or wall or counter in front of you for these ones. So we're gonna step back. 1, 2, and same rules apply. 3, if you step really far back, it's gonna be harder. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Give your legs and your knees a break. And then we'll perform it on the opposite side. So here we go. Back, down. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see that Darby's going a little bit further down than me. That's okay. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. These ones are challenging. Next one, another one to strengthen your glutes is standing, but we're gonna kick backwards. So the biggest thing that I usually see people go wrong with this one is they wanna do those heel kicks that we already did. I want you to keep that leg straight, your knee straight, and you're really trying to use your glute muscles to pull back. At the same time, you're trying to stay pretty upright, okay? Don't get into this really flexed posture. I want you to stay a little bit more up. Some bend forward is okay, but I don't want you completely hunched over. All right, so here we go. 1, 2, and you can use the chair for balance. 3, think about squeezing your glutes. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, we'll shake it off, give that little leg a break, and then we're gonna switch and repeat it on the opposite side. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, and rest a second. Okay, so our next one is kind of keeping with our glute theme on this round. So what I want you to do is you're gonna do a little bit of a step back, and then you're gonna come through and kick forward. Okay, so again, step back, and kick. If that is challenging on your balance, which it should be, you'll need your chair next to you so you can kind of counterbalance that. And again, we're going to try to do 10. I don't need anyone kicking high to try out for the Rockettes, okay? Just kick nice and controlled forward without losing your balance or kicking anything in front of you. Okay, here we go. So step back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. Flip my chair around. You can just spin around if you'd like. We got the other side to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. Okay. Yes, I could. Oh, no, I got to move it out of the way. Okay, we're going to go through 10 more each of those 4 exercises, and then we'll do our cool down. So the first one again is that side step with that little bit of a turn. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, and then we're going to do the opposite leg now. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great job. Now we'll move into our backward lunges. So we'll get our chair ready and stepping back with that bend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now we'll switch to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, shake it out. We're done with our lunges. Okay, the next one is our hip extension. So again, knee stays straight, trying to pull back with your glutes. We'll do 10 and 10. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, one more set on the other side. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. Okay, now we have our step back, and our kicks. And then we'll move on to our cool down. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Flip the chair. Okay, 10 on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great job. Hopefully everyone feels like their legs got a good workout today. That was the goal. So let's show them a little love by doing some stretching. So go ahead and have a seat. Come to the edge of your chair as far as you feel comfortable and safe. And we're gonna start with just a nice kind of spinal roll. So I want you bending your chin to your chest and kind of coming down, rolling those shoulders, and then try to come up segmentally and slowly up to that good upright posture, pulling those shoulders back. We'll do that again. So rolling down, trying to arch your back in every segment, and then coming back up. Good upright posture, shoulders back. We'll do one more. Rolling down, coming forward, and then coming up and back. All right, next we are going to twist. So you can put your hand on your opposite leg. You can also use this hand. And if you have a chair with arms or a chair with the back, you can kind of grab onto that and you're just going to do a nice little twist, holding this. Very good. We'll come back to the center. Good. And then turning the opposite way. And again, doing as much of a rotation as you feel comfortable doing. It should feel pretty good. All right, come back to the middle. We'll repeat that one again, one more each side. Twisting and opening up. Okay, and then coming back to your center, rotating the other way, nice and gentle. All right, very good. And you can come back to your middle. Next one I want you to do is you're going to cross over one ankle over your knee. If that is too hard for you to do, you can extend out your opposite leg and just try to cross it a little bit lower and see if you're able to open up your hip that way. I want you to sit up nice and tall. And if you need to, you can lean forward a little bit and we're gonna hold this for 30 seconds. You should feel a stretch kind of in the back of your hip, maybe coming down a little bit more towards your thigh or the outside of your thigh. You need a little bit of more of a stretch. You can kind of push this down, lean forward a little more. Most of us are pretty tight though, so sometimes just getting into this four position is enough. Okay, and then we're gonna switch sides. Bring that hip over. You might feel a difference left to right. One side is likely tighter than the other. Again, holding for 30 seconds. Okay, and then let's switch again. One more time each side. So again, sit up nice and tall, and then do your lean forward. Hopefully this side feels a little more stretched out for you now that we've already stretched it once. Okay, and then come back, switch to the other side. Okay, and then we're gonna come out of this. Next, I wanna stretch the hamstring. So from a sitting position, you're just gonna put your foot in front of you. Try to keep that knee straight. Again, the same thing applies with the hips. So I don't want you like hunching forward. You feel like you need a little bit more of a stretch. You need to come forward at your hips or hinge forward. And again, you should feel it kind of back behind the knee, maybe up further into the thigh. Okay, and then we're gonna switch sides. Move forward. Again, you might feel a difference from left to right. One side can be tighter than the other. Hold it. Try not to bounce. And if it's too intense, you can back off a little bit. Again, our goal is to hold for that 30 seconds. Okay. And one more time each leg. So we'll switch forward and hold. Okay, and switch. Last one. And hold. All right, very good. Well, thank you all for joining us and exercising with us today. Hopefully we will see you all next time.